all alone in Sam's disappointment. All of the memories that Sam is shaking her head out. We are Flipper Flicks, and I'm Adam. I told you I was going to do it.
You told me you were going to do it, and I was still like, ugh.
She hates that song.
I'm not quite sure why you did that song, but I'll go.
It's a movie from Cats.
That's
we
from
watched Cats this week, right?
That's from Cats. The Broadway show. There was no movies ever made of it.
Nope, not a one, and we're going to keep it at that.
Well, there was one, supposedly, but it had buttholes in it, so they had to pull it out.
Cats do like buttholes, though, so...
Well, no, like the movie, like they animated buttholes, and then they had to.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying,
okay.
Cats like buttholes. If you have multiple cats, they
help each other out.
They do help each other. We'll put it
Is
that
this
way.
one marked explicit? It should be.
They always are.
This is
Not
marked
safe for work.
Gen Z or millennial? I don't even know. That's what it's marked.
Oh my
Fact. Boom roasted.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you want to hear more explicit content, you can tune in every Thursday at 1 p.m. We'll be here splicing up some great content. Usually it's not that bad. Honestly, that wasn't that bad either, but just in case, put that wording out there. Yeah,
was
it definitely could have
educational.
been worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. We're also here to educate you on Thursdays. On who knows what, all sorts of topics, bird facts. I don't know what else. We might have some cat facts this episode. Who knows?
We had bat facts in the first episode.
We did have bat facts. So there you go.
Did we even do a single bat fact?
I don't think so. I just went with what you said.
Oh. We had the Batman facts.
Clearly, we're very professional and do tons of research. In quotes right there. What?
Is your name?
Oh, Adam was like gesturing,
I was doing like a name tag.
like a name tag on his chest, and I'm like his shirt has the Lorax on it, so I'm like, why are you pointing to the Lorax? Did we do something that I wasn't aware of?
I speak for the trees.
Anyway, my name's Sam. Thanks for spoiling it.
That's okay, Sam. I am.
Great. Now you threw me off my game because there's like nothing else to connect that. Anyway, on Thursdays we're on all the major podcasting platforms, or so we think. We're new to this. Only been at it for 2 years. There's plenty to learn.
New is relative.
Yeah.
Like we said in a recent episode, time is relative.
Definitely. But we're on Spotify, Google, Apple.
The works.
Yeah. All those other podcasting platforms. You can also find us on Instagram or Twitter at FlipperFlix. We'll tell you what we're watching each week. Maybe give you some little bites of the episode. Maybe not. Depends on how we're feeling that week. And what else do we do on social media?
Website.
We do have a website where you can give us recommendations.
There you go. We had one last
Flipperflix.com.
episode.
Yeah.
On EGA, where we gave you fly facts.
There you go. See, proof that we actually follow through on recommendations. So, give us some more.
Proof is in the
so we have them.
podcast. That's a saying, right?
It is now.
Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so.
Sweet.
Well, on to me then. And
Yes.
me is Tim. That is me. Who is I?
Hi, me.
Hello. Clever. We got Wordplay this week.
Wordplay.
And it was cat and fans. The cat
Yes.
butthole part hole situation.
And my intro makes a little sense.
Yeah, I was not going to pick the movie Cats with the Buttholes because I refused to ever watch that. I refuse to ever watch that.
What's funny is that one also would have worked for this because, there are some of the cats in it that are fans of other cats.
Tim's like, I don't
it
care.
Probably
Tim's
would
like, I don't
have,
care.
But not happening. I picked Puss in Boots.
Nice.
Because I had not seen this movie, but I figured, Antonio Banderas. I probably just butchered his last name because I'm not really sure how to say it correctly.
You said it right. Banderas.
The cat in it is, from what I expected, he's a cat. So there you go, it's cat. And then the fan part, I figured he had fans. Or there'd be a fan of some kind in the movie, so
right?
we did a little digging and kind of, figured, yes, that's kind of how it was.
That's what our guess was.
That's what our best guess was. So, spoiler, correct? It was correct, I think.
It was. He had fans, and there was a fan.
Yeah, so we're getting better at these word
We're getting a lot better. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I guess I could do the synopsis of it. So, if you hadn't seen this movie, spoiler alert, it's from 2011. I had not seen it, but here we go. It's on Netflix until June 30th.
June 30th. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Just in time.
At least, yeah, Sam was like, it's gone in 5 days. I open it up. I'm like, it's gone in 25 days, girl.
I can't count. Leave me alone.
Well, I don't know. Netflix is weird. I have a couple movies on there that it was like, hey, these are leaving, June 1st, or, May 31st or whatever, and they're still on there.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, because I was watching them, and I was like, oh, well, I'll watch these since they're, I had background noise like Last Samurai and stuff. They're still on there. So I don't know if they changed or not. But anyway, synopsis for this Puss in Boots. The fabled feline heads to the land of giants with friends Humpty Dumpty and Kitty Softpaws on a quest to nab its greatest treasure, the golden goose. That is the first time I've actually read that.
Nice.
Before this moment, I had not seen that.
I saw a trailer back in 2011.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because he's from like Shrek, right?
Yeah, Shrek 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So like, okay, so I guess I'll just do my expectation. So, I expected a talking cat with a rapier that was a thief, running around a world of humans, essentially. And he turned like villain, not necessarily villain, but thief to hero, kind of like Robin Hood sort of thing.
Gotcha.
And
an outlaw hero.
Yeah, an outlaw hero. And I was like, sure, why not? This looks, not up my alley, but let's go with it.
Yeah, well, you picked
cats,
it.
Yeah, cat and fans. I was like, why not? Change it up a little bit, little cartoon. Why not? Why not? That's all I got for it. Why not? So.
Nice. Yeah, I was honestly shooketh. Tim, when you're like, yeah, let's do Puss in Boots. I'm like, did he just say Puss in, like, the Puss in Boots I know about?
This is not like a porn or something, right?
We're not going like rated M here, like rated NC-17. I was but I loved Shrek. I like Shrek 2. Shrek 3 kind of is where it fell off for me. But Shrek 2 still has one of the greatest montage scenes in the world.
I swear you talk about this all the time.
I've talked about it one other time, you're right. It was during our episode on What is Your Favorite Movie? Go!
The Way Back.
Yes. Because they talk about I Need a Hero, and I talk about how Shrek 2 does it the best. Because it does. But Puss in Boots, yeah. So Tim, you're right. He is brought in from the Shrek world. Because Shrek and Donkey, like, either defeat him or, like, save him or something. And he's like, I must repay my debt to you. So he joins Shrek and Donkey. So I kind of expected the same character. I couldn't figure out whether or not before this movie and during this movie, if I assumed it was a prequel at the time, but I was like, I don't actually know because there was no like indication on timelines. Yeah. Because it's in a fantasy world, therefore there are no real timelines.
Yeah. And I've only seen Shrek 1, so I haven't even seen, but how much Puss in Boots is in the other Shreks. But is he in them a lot, or is he more just a random side character?
Oh, no, he's just under Donkey.
Oh, okay. So maybe it does make more sense that it's a prequel if you...
Yeah. He was a very well-liked character, too.
Well, obviously, he got a side cool.
Yeah.
Prequel, whatever.
A side cool.
They called it a prequel side cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Nailed it.
Yeah. But yeah, I was expecting to like it because DreamWorks typically does make pretty good films, animated films. I can't think of one offhand that I truly dislike.
Sure.
Because I can even give you one for Disney, and that's Mars Needs Moms. But DreamWorks, I can't because they made The Road to El Dorado.
Classic.
Yeah. I like to point that out because that's one of Sam's favorite films ever. But yeah, what were you expecting, Samster?
Well, I, too, was taken aback that Tim would pick a children's movie. I was like, wow, I'm shocked. Not to say that you don't like kids' movies, but it's usually not your first pick. So I was like, huh. But I don't really know much about Puss in Boots. Because, like I said, I've only seen the first Shrek. So I knew it would be in the Shrek world. And I figured that, like, there would be more Shrekage to it, if that makes sense. Like, it would be more clearly related, whereas it's not. Like, you would have no idea if they didn't just toss him into the other movies. And yeah, I was just kind of expecting a cat running around being a bandit. The end.
Nice. So spoilers if you haven't watched the 2011 film. Mm-hmm. It's only 11 years later. Yeah.
Finally getting around to it.
I know. We're just finally getting around to it.
And there's a second one.
Yeah.
That came out this year.
It did?
Or it's coming out. It's coming out this year, yeah.
See? So even other people are just...
stuff, but...
Yeah.
It's like, we were so disappointed you didn't choose the interactive Netflix show.
Yeah, there's like an... We were like, wait, there's another version?
Okay, so the Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, comes out in December of this year, 2022.
See, so they waited 11 years for some more.
Yeah, and it looks like Kitty Softpaws is still in it.
That doesn't surprise me.
And they make a dog friend.
Nice.
That is weird.
Yeah, I know. I actually don't think I saw a single dog in this universe.
No, but let's talk about how creepy Humpty Dumpty is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why did you have to put a real face on
Like, it's huge!
Yeah, he was weird.
I did not like it.
I didn't like that at all.
And we had to look at him for a lot of the movie.
Yeah. He wasn't like a minor character. He was quite major. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was... What? Yeah.
What? And, yeah. But I don't want to jump too far in because I want to say that Puss in Boots got the shaft on the names. He could have been just Diablo Gato.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the Devil Cat.
As he's... Well, Humpty's like pretty much the one that names him.
I thought his mom did.
No, because he's in like the orphanage and they're like going through the names and then like he stops on Puss and he nods and I'm like, really? Like, you chose the name? I was a little salty about that. I was like, this is just, I don't know.
Yeah, because he had some good ones like Zoltar and like
Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Chupacabra would have been a good one.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Children couldn't say it though.
Yeah, it's also weird. His name is just in my opinion. Because, like Sam said, like, is this a porn? You know, like, pretty much just, like, when you hear the name... I think even when it first came out, everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, knowing that, like, in the original Shrek, they had Lord Farquaad.
Yeah,
which was literally supposed to be Farquaad.
Yeah, but that's hilarious.
Right.
This is just weird.
So in Shrek 2, he just drops down... Because, like, he's hired to hunt down Shrek and Donkey. So, spoilers for Shrek 2 if you've not seen that classic film that came out on my birthday.
I'm glad we have you as the expert for that.
I love Shrek.
We're uncultured swine.
Yeah, so he was hired to hunt them down, and he drops down and he's like, I am Puss in Boots! And he, like, does the Zorro cut thing where, for some reason, like, the little triangle that he creates inside of a pea doesn't fall out. Mm-hmm. Which I've always...
Yeah, wait, how does that not work?
That's the joke.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, and...
It should at least flap in the breeze.
Yeah, and Shrek and Donkey just laugh at him for his name and that he's a talking cat.
Yeah, he's a cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the only time cats are scary is when they start whipping out their paws.
I don't know.
Or not their paws, their claws. Right. I don't care if you punch me.
Well, Kitty Softpaws.
Yeah.
Dude, right at the beginning when they're first trying to steal from Jack and Jill, he poofs when they shoot at him.
I know!
Like, cause he shoots out all his hair.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I chuckled a little bit because I, for some reason, didn't expect him to make cat noises. Like, I expected him just to talk the whole time, and then at one point he goes, and I'm like, oh, okay.
when he was a kitten, he was mewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have quite a few cat details. So they had him puff up. They have him lick his milk instead of drink it, which is just funny.
It's hilarious, yeah.
I know.
And then, like, the dancing scene when they're, like, doing the litter box and butt scooting.
Yep.
Classics.
The butt scoot.
And then there was that extra cat that goes, oh.
That was my favorite character. I just lost it every time that cat was on screen. I was like, I can't handle this.
So when they made this movie, they were like, instead of like, you know how Disney in the past, like when they made Bambi, they had to bring like deer in and like rabbits in to follow their motions. Now they just went and YouTubed a bunch of cat videos to get like
nice
how cats moved.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, they did a good job with like the movements, and then, I mean, like I was just saying, the details. Even like at the end, he brings his mom like a gift or whatever, and it's like a bird.
The
so
bird,
I'm like,
but the bird's
clearly,
alive.
Yeah, he didn't want to kill it.
Yeah, like clearly they had some people that owned cats, or they watched enough to like know about cats. It was good.
They did a good job at that. And then I will say though, I'm gonna jump to Jack and Jill now.
Do it.
Sure.
Are they siblings?
I always thought they were, but in here they're not.
They're definitely not.
They're definitely not in this.
Let's have a baby. Excuse me, did you say baby?
Because
I thought you were siblings.
Yeah, I don't know why I always thought they were
siblings. Think about that.
It bothered me. So
I don't think it ever, like in the rhyme, it never specifies. I just always assumed they were.
Jack fell down.
Yeah.
And bumped his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. That's all you know about him. You don't.
Yeah, it's a lot of context that you just kind of like. I don't know.
We don't clarify.
We just assume that since they're two children fetching a pail of water, that they're kids fetching a pail of water for their family.
Right.
They don't even say that they're children, though.
That's true.
Shit! Technically
so,
speaking.
Like, theoretically, DreamWorks did nothing wrong. It's just not my headcanon.
I know.
Isn't that weird, though, that we all had the same... Maybe it's because we heard it when we were kids?
Well, I think there are picture books.
Oh.
Like the Mother Goose picture books.
Didn't have these big beefy people.
Yeah, they were also way older than I expected.
Oh, man.
I do love the thing about the Shrek world is that they just bring in random fantasy.
Yeah, like the random fairy tales.
Just connects them all. Yeah, I do like that a lot.
And they don't even care. They're like, Humpty Alexander Dumpty, you were in the same orphanage as Puss in Boots.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. And Little Boy Blue.
Oh, was that?
Oh, Little Boy Blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. I was like, what the fuck is this blue dude doing here? It went way over my head.
Just until now, Adam's like, who the fuck is this blue guy?
I know. It's like,
Blue Man Group.
I was just like, who the fuck is this blue guy? Why is he blue?
Oh, shit, that's great.
Oh, man.
I got whooshed very hard there.
I kind of wish it was Blue Man Group.
Like Tobias Funke?
Yeah, there you go. Anyway.
But, yeah, I didn't know that Humpty Dumpty had a middle name. That was news to me. Alexander.
Yeah, I think they just made that up, though.
Oh, yeah. They did. Yeah, he had a great... Oh, my God. His initials are HAD. He had a great fall.
Oh. Whooshed again.
Whooshed everywhere, guys. This is an episode of whooshes.
Maybe we'll have to watch this again. See if there's more details. Yeah. So I did not pick up on that.
I did pick up on... I'm calling it animatography because... cinematography.
Sure.
I don't know if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But like they had some like wide shots that were actually pretty cool looking.
Like when he's on the bridge and in the desert and it's like just like a silhouette or whatever after Humpty betrays him for the bank robbery.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Yeah, fuck Humpty.
He deserved that fall.
He's the worst.
Yeah, he was literally just a psychopath. I don't know. Yeah. He was weird.
He was like supposed to be like Leonardo da Vinci, like with his inventions, but not.
He wasn't. Well, here's the thing though. They made him look so creepy that like regardless of what he did, you were still gonna be like,
yeah, you knew he was
wrong
the bad
way,
guy.
so you might as well just lean all the way into it.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, well, they're gonna betray him. When are they gonna do it? When are they gonna do? Oh, there it is.
How did you guys like his golden egg onesie? Are you guys gonna use that for Halloween this year?
I love that actually. I'm into that. I don't think anybody would get it. Although you have to be fully canon, you can't wear underwear.
That's
there
true.
You go.
The squeaking.
I know. Oh man.
Gosh. Yeah, I thought they were gonna betray him on the beanstalk at some point, not once they got to town.
Yeah, they really kind of like. What's the word? Stretched out that betrayal.
Yeah, I don't know. And you could tell, especially once they're in they're dancing by the fire, that his animal magnetism, which is just breeding, by the way.
Right.
There were a lot of sex jokes in this. Let's make
I was gonna say the
Welcome
opening.
to kids movies.
Yeah.
Welcome to Shrek films.
He's basically like, "I'll never forget you," and we're like, "Wait, did he just fuck that cat? Like, is
Yeah,
that
right.
what we're
totally
supposed to be getting
sure
right
he
now?"
did.
He 100% fucks that cat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
Well, he even does like the joke, "Oh, see you later, Margarita," and then it was like, "Oh, I mean Rose."
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
even calls her the wrong name, and she's like, "Ah."
Wow. They used some crazy amount of variants of cat, like different species of cats in the litter box.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh wait, was it called the litter box or the glitter box?
It was
Litter
called
box.
the glitter box,
Oh,
but
it
then
was?
the G dropped off.
Yeah, the
Oh,
the G
okay,
was
yeah.
like the light was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just thought that was cool that they actually brought in a bunch of cats.
Especially the ooh. I can't get over it.
I don't know why that was so funny.
So I was a little weirded out with this, and I think it's my own expectations that kind of messed this up for me. But I literally did think it was just like he was the only animal sort of that talked, and it was going to be kind of like Donkey. Like Donkey was random, and
Oh yeah.
like why did Donkey talk? I thought it was going to be more like that, and that he was a cat in a human world. So this movie was really off-putting with how it was just like a world of, I don't know.
Outside of
Yeah.
outside of
weird
Humpty
to me.
Dumpty and
Kitty softballs.
did anybody else talk that shouldn't have?
No, but I mean, like,
Just those two alone.
yeah, it was just almost too much. It was like ruins him from Shrek for me.
Okay.
Like in that same sense, because I expected it to be kind of like, you know, Shrek's not normal and Donkey's not normal, Dragon's not normal.
Yeah.
You have a not normal cat that can talk and is in the world. So you know, obviously there were people, but I expected it to be more like the people in Shrek, where, you know.
That was I
Not
was
a
reading
book,
about
no.
something, how they actually tried to take it out of the fairy tale world, which had like lots of green and bright colors, and move it to more of a Spanish style with like just warm colors. And I'm wondering if they kind of did what like you're saying, Tim, on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
I do not know.
Well, along those same lines, I was like, this is really nitpicky, but like the scale was throwing me off. So like Humpty Dumpty's fucking huge compared to Puss in Boots, right?
Yeah.
Or at least the same size. And then like Mother Goose is huge, and then
I think Mother Goose was just supposed to be a monster.
the eggs are like small.
Tiny.
Yeah. And it's just like the humans were big at the beginning, and I think they were big throughout compared to the cat. So I was like, oh, it's actually going to be a realistic scale, but then it starts to get weird. Because, like, I think it's really just Humpty Dumpty that throws it all off.
Humpty
Yeah,
Dumpty,
he's like an oversized egg, like pretty large.
he was my biggest beef in the whole movie.
I agree.
And not just what he looks like. I don't believe he should have been redeemed.
Yeah, what the fuck? He was not a good egg. I do not
No,
believe
he was
that.
not.
He was a
at
bad
At
egg.
any point was he good.
Yeah, like, oh, he helped at the end. That redeemed him from everything.
Yeah, no, he was a twat the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I think that's what bothered me most. And my biggest beef of the movie is that Humpty was redeemed. And I'm like, no. 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 The Commandant was still mad at Puss in Boots, even at the end. And I'm like,
I know.
Right, but it was all
What the heck?
Humpty Dumpty.
yeah, I know. It was bullshit.
Derivative.
Derivative bullshit.
I will
agree.
say that another actual like error, in my opinion, is that there should have been way more golden eggs. That fucking little goose was pooping them out like crazy.
Like everywhere. Yeah.
Like if it was shooting out eggs as much as it was in town, that whole little island,
Would have been like filled.
yeah, there would be eggs falling from all over. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe that's just me overthinking a kids movie.
Yeah.
100% likely.
Nitpicky.
Nitpicky. I don't know.
Interesting thought.
What did you guys think of the carriage fight? I don't know what to call it. Like they
the
were
car scene, the car chase.
Yeah, the car scene. Let's call it the car chase. I like that better too. Where Jack and Jill had monstrous cannons.
That was great.
Yeah, where they were like a pirate ship, basically.
Yeah. It was like a car chase mixed in with a pirate battle, like a naval battle, mixed in with, but they're all on horse-drawn carriages. Or boar-drawn.
Yeah, their boars looked really creepy with their red eyes. But, like, I also didn't get Jack and Jill's carriage because they basically just have, like, head holes. I was very confused by that situation.
They don't want
They're
to sit
too
up
big.
top.
And it's kind of like an armored thing, right? It
Yeah.
seemed like it was like enclosed as like a to carry
Like
the
a
package.
tank sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whooshed. That makes sense.
Yeah. I thought it was funny how how Jack held on to the beans and then locked him into a box.
Oh,
Yeah.
his hand, yeah. I love
You're
that.
never gonna need that. You're never gonna need that hand.
Yeah. It's fine. It'll be fine.
And then and when Puss is in jail, he meets another Jack.
Yeah, like the regular beanstalk Jack.
Yeah, and that's where they get the beans from. And it was a whole ruse.
Mm-hmm.
We should all use ruse more often. Archer quote.
Oh, bad. No, that old guy was funny, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for saving me.
I love how his hands, he could keep getting them out of the chain.
Yeah!
I know. Then he'd put him back.
Yeah.
He put it back in, yeah. Keep falling asleep and shit. Oh.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, nice. And then you knew Kitty Softpaws were going to save him.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. I like how we all knew the story, what the story was going to do. We just didn't know what order of operations it was going to fall under.
Yeah, I think Humpty was the one that was, like, throwing me off the most. Like, I obviously...
It's his face.
Like, he's gonna betray you, but when he first came on the scene, I'm like, why is he even in this movie?
Right,
Like, what's
yeah.
going on?
I think I at one point knew he was in this movie. Like, because we saw a trailer back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they make it known, but I was gonna say, like, when you first meet Kitty Softpaws, you're like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a girl, it's gonna give him a run for his money, like, yada yada.
And she's a dominatrix.
Yeah. And then at
The
one
mask was
point,
weird. I'm
she
sorry.
has, like, a
Yeah, the
deep...
mask was weird. I didn't like that.
She did have deep grunts.
At first, and we were like, oh, shit, is it a dude? Like,
Yeah,
when they
I
were
know.
doing the dance scene, and then the mask came off, and we were like, okay, we were right.
Yeah. It was funny, but we can't say anything. Our cat grunts like real deep too.
Yeah, she straight up sounds like a man.
Yeah.
She does not have a pretty voice. She has a deep voice.
It's a lot deeper.
She's always had that.
I know. Even when she was small.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. Cats are weird, man.
They are weird.
Calico cats are all female. They're
All
not,
female. No, they aren't.
but no, there's
Nope, they are.
it's like one.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Not up for debate.
Not up for debate. Not that small percentage.
But I think it's at the beginning when they're first, like, he's in the bar and that guy, like, rips off his shirt and he has such bad tattoos of,
Oh,
like,
the
the use
tattoos.
of the beanstalk. I was like, oh, man, this is rough.
I was like, and now at the end when you knew that he was part of the
Crew.
entourage,
Mm-hmm.
that you were like, did Humpty Dumpty just tattoo this shit on him?
Oh, probably.
Probably.
jail?
He's like, I'm gonna do this
Yeah.
for you.
How did Humpty get out of prison?
I don't
Because
know.
Puss in Boots was for the same crime that Humpty did. Puss in Boots was put in for life.
Was Humpty put in for life and escaped, or was he out?
We
But
don't
they
know.
weren't after
Yeah.
him.
They weren't after Humpty,
They
so
were just
he
always
would have been
after
released.
Huh. Weird.
Right.
He bribed some people.
Yeah, there's something weird going on there.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's that whole, like, Humpty Dumpty really fucks with this movie for me. Is all I'm going to say. Like, there's
How many
some
times are we
questions.
going to say that?
And, I'm going to leave the cat.
Yeah, you
in.
gotta
Did
leave
you
the
hear?
featured cat.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you heard that one. Yes, Miss Bean.
Yeah, your
Okay.
cat sounds like a girl.
She thought
She
that
is
Humpty was
very-
weird too.
Yes, she agrees. She did not like that film. She has a very dainty and pathetic meow most of the time. Well, what? You almost missed your jump.
That happens to the worst of the cats. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Shoot.
I remember back in the day when I saw this trailer, like, They made it seem like he uses his, like, kitty cute eyes a lot, but he really only uses it, like, once or twice.
Well, didn't he use it a lot in Shrek, too, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So maybe they were twice. Like, oh, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah, he didn't use it except for, like, one time in this, and he, like, it was like a hypnosis sort of thing, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was. I did like how he used it, and, like, I actually prefer that he didn't use it constantly.
Yeah.
And he showed off his, like, sword fighting skills.
Yeah, I guess I was just expecting to see more of it, but if he used it a lot in Shrek, then I think it makes sense that they wouldn't, like, overly do it.
Go ahead, Tim.
Well, yours is probably more in...
Okay. So, he did use it, like, I think he only used it 2 or 3 times in Shrek 2. It was more of, like, when you first meet him and then during the I Need a Hero scene.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen Shrek 2 because somebody in this household doesn't like it.
That's fair.
All right, Tim, what were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to bring up, because you were talking about his skills with, like, the sword fighting and stuff, and how he would always, like, show his claws and then people's pants would fall down.
Yeah!
I didn't understand that.
That was great. I know the sword fighting is all from Zorro.
Well, yeah, of course. He's based off of Zorro. And
who's played by Antonio Banderas.
Who is also played by Antonio.
Yeah.
Which is even better.
We need you to play this character again, but as a cat in a kid's movie.
You probably just said, fuck it.
Yeah. I'll take some money.
Yeah.
Why not? I feel like voice acting is a great gig.
It has to be, right? I mean, as long as you can do everything... Like, I feel like it would be a lot of fun to do.
I would love it.
But, like, it's got to be super difficult, right? Because there's only so much... Like, you couldn't just... I mean, you know, sometimes you could use your normal voice, but I think everyone kind of throws some sort of inflection in there that isn't their normal voice.
There's 2 different voice actors. There's the celebrity voice actor that are, like, A-list names. Like, Jude Law comes in, he's going to use his regular voice.
Right, yeah.
But John DiMaggio will make his own voice.
I don't even know who that other guy is.
I am Bender, insert girder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's better. Yeah. That's one of his most well-known characters.
Or like SpongeBob dude. That's not his regular voice, right? Or is it?
It is not.
Yeah, so there you go.
In Patrick's voice, yeah. It's... Voice actors are crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to be one. Anybody listening? I can do a few voices, but not many.
But that's the other thing, though. It's kind of like audiobooks to me. It's like you have to be able to do a big range of voices, right?
Yeah.
To be successful. Unless you're already celebrity again that just uses your normal voice for, like, cameos, essentially. Or just to be recognized.
You're here to just sell the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other ones are going to do the hard, like, the actual difficult voices.
That reminds me, though. That makes me think of... oh my gosh, his name just escaped me. Rocket Raccoon, Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper,
Does not sound like him. Like, there's hints of him there every once in a while, you know? And then, like, that kind of stuff is interesting because obviously it's Bradley Cooper, and he's pretty popular, but now he's playing Rocket Raccoon and he does his own, like, voice for it. It just does not sound like him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, Vin Diesel as Groot. No,
Groot. Well, yeah.
All right, we need you to say I am Groot 17 different times.
Yeah.
I am Groot. No, Bradley Cooper's Rocket Raccoon is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was that beforehand. I don't know if you did before seeing the movie.
I didn't.
And like so like I know that Sam didn't. Tim, you probably did.
Yeah.
So like you were like, "What?" And Sam was like, "Who?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what is happening?
Well, I did have a quote that I enjoyed from this movie. It was like when they were trying to get the beanstalk to grow, and they were like, "Plants have feelings, say something nice," and then he's like, "Oh, hey, plant," and it just goes like, whoosh. It's like, I don't know that I would have classified that as nice, you know what I mean? But I thought that scene was funny. I
felt like it was just like, oh, he talked to it, let's make it grow.
Yeah, basically. I'm gonna go try it on all my plants.
Yeah, you gotta be friendlier with them.
Just say hi.
You complain too much about our plants in their face. You gotta do it behind closed doors. Won't you talk nice to them? They grow like a beanstalk.
Apparently.
True.
That's the secret. Why didn't all the plant people tell me?
I don't know. Easier to not. Then you can come buy more plants.
True. Big true.
Big plant.
And then the last thing I have is just about the credits scene, like the fact that they're all dancing and
doing the litter box dance,
and then like the disco ball is like a laser pointer, and they're like all like dancing
chasing it.
And then the ooh guy comes back at the end. I was like, perfect.
Did you stay for that part, Tim?
So I turned it off as soon as it got to the credit part. So I was
Sam guessed that. Yeah. Sam guessed that. That's so funny. No, I liked the credit scene. It's worth a 2-minute watch.
Yeah, if it's even 2 minutes.
Might be 90 seconds.
It's enough to go through like the regular people's names, basically, like the 3 big names.
Yeah.
I'd argue it's not worth it, but
depends on how much you like the ooh guy.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
Sure.
That's
and the cat dance scene.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. You got any more notes, Tim?
I actually like the quote from Humpty Dumpty.
What?
He says, "I'm gonna yoke."
Yeah.
That's
Why
like
did
the
he turn
only
into?
one.
Was he a gold egg at the
I
end?
was wondering that too.
I don't know.
He was not a good egg. He was a bad egg.
And why did he turn gold? Like, I don't get it.
And then the goose took him.
Like, I feel like it was more of saying that, like, he actually, because he kept saying he didn't belong in San Ricardo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he belongs with the Mother Goose, because that's where he was trying to go since he was in the Bean Club. And the first rule about Bean Club is we don't talk about Bean Club. I missed that quote. I was reading, like, the stuff, and someone's like, that's from Fight Club. I'm like, no shit.
Yeah, one of the most popular quotes of all time.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, oh, God. Yeah, he did have a lot of beans.
Yeah.
So.
Cocoa beans.
Did he have cocoa?
Yeah, he said, like, or maybe they had coffee beans or something. Yeah. They had some random bean that didn't make any sense, like cocoa or
he had
coffee.
green beans.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other notes, Tim?
No, that was it.
All right. We will get to the cast.
Okay.
Diablo Gato, probably better known as Puss in Boots, is played by Antonio Banderas.
What?
Yeah, I know. And you guys were like, he's going to be like, he's from The Mask of Zorro. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, he's from Spy Kids. That's where I first saw him as an actor.
I think that's probably where I did too.
Most children.
I don't know.
Except for Tim.
Tim saw Zorro.
Because like, we all had to remember.
It was Zorro.
I was like, there's a good chance that Tim skipped the Spy Kids series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have some like ridiculous, like life-changing quote from the second Spy Kids movie said by Steve Buscemi.
What?
Yeah, I'll have to look it up later.
Oh man.
But Kitty Softpaws is played by Selma Hayek.
Kitty Softpaws.
This was the 5th movie her and Antonio Banderas have been in together.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both 2 of the most most well-known Hispanic actress.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So like, they're not like Antonio Banderas is from Spain. I believe she's from Mexico, actually, but she was in Frida. Who was a very well-known Mexican. That's a movie as well, by the way. Mm-hmm. And she's in Coco as Frida.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Humpty Alexander Dumpty, let's go to him. Played by none other than Zach Galifianakis.
Which was also weird.
I don't know why that weirded me out.
That was Zach?
Yeah.
I was picturing, oh man, I can't think of his name, but we like him a lot.
Sam Rockwell?
No. Patton Oswalt, that's who I thought it was.
He would have actually, yeah. I feel like Zach Galifianakis would be fine at voice acting too.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did fine at it. It just seems like a role for Patton Oswalt.
Yeah,
really
I 100%
does.
pictured Patton Oswalt the whole time.
But Zach Galifianakis is in The Hangover.
Nah.
Shook. That had to be like where he came on to the scene, right? I didn't know him before
Pretty
that.
much.
Yeah, I didn't know him before that.
Where he became mainstream, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jack was played by Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
And he's in a lot of stuff. I was trying to think. I was originally gonna write like Bad News Bears, but I feel like that's just a kids movie, so I'm gonna say Tombstone, which is a movie Tim probably loved.
Yes. I first saw him in, I think it's called Bandits. It's with Nicolas Cage and him, and it's like, or Matchstick Men, and it has Sam Rockwell.
Oh,
it's
okay.
such a weird,
that is a
like
weird
combo
group
of people, and it's like a heist movie. That's why I saw it. clearly.
Shocked. Yeah, he's also in like Bad Santa.
Yeah, but
which is like weird.
It's like a weird great.
It's
like,
very weird. It's so good.
It's like it was when it was made, it was like the right time for it. Like it couldn't have been made before, and like I don't know if it would be made now. Mm-hmm. It's one of those like mid 2000s films.
Yeah.
But Jill is played by Amy Sedaris. She's in BoJack Horseman as Princess Cat. She's the cat.
Oh,
his agent. She's BoJack Horseman's agent.
That's funny.
That show.
Oh, I never watched it.
I just thought it was perfect because she plays the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Comandante is played by Guillermo del Toro.
What? That's funny.
Like Shape of Water director, or Pappy McPoyle in Sunny. If we're going to go with acting credits here.
Oh my gosh.
Imelda, who is the mom, is played by Constantini. I think I misspelled this. Marie. She's in the George Lopez show.
Nice.
From like 2000s. I think it was 2000s. I don't remember. The director is Chris Miller. He did Shrek the Third. So, yeah. This movie was nominated for 1 Oscar.
What?
Animation.
Okay, that's fair. I was like, it better not have gotten something like...
Nominated.
Yeah.
It won 9 awards and 42 other nominations. This I thought was interesting. You gotta remember, there's like the kids movie awards.
That's true.
Like there are like MTV movie awards.
Kids Choice Awards and whatnot.
Yeah. It was the 11th highest grossing film in 2011. I found that I found that very interesting. Like,
Oh my God.
like just thinking about like what else came out in 2011? Anybody?
Did you pull that up?
No, I didn't. I will right now, but
what beat out Puss in Boots just barely? I need to know. Like, what got number 10?
oh, like The Big Year came out in 2011.
Nice! But it didn't get top 10, I bet. Should have.
It didn't. It did not. It did not do well. I'm pretty sure it is a box office bust, to be quite frank. Oh, Green Lantern. Oh, God. This year, 2011, might have been a bit rough, guys. We had Green Lantern, Cowboys and Aliens, Fast 5, Mission Impossible 4, and Transformers Dark Side of the Moon. There's three of your top.
That's a weird year.
Yeah.
Like, that's a year I remember when you just say those movies.
I know.
I'm just like, oh, yeah. I'm just
It feels like a time capsule.
Yeah,
like,
it's so
that's what we
strange.
were watching back then.
Yeah, so
Like,
it's also... go ahead, Tim.
I was just say looking forward to movies that year, and I'm just listening to you rattle it off. I'm like, okay. Like,
all right, so Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 2.
There you go. Yep, that would have been one of them.
Twilight Saga.
Nice.
Breaking Dawn Part 1.
God.
Hangover Part 2. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger
There
Tides.
you go. That's the one
Cars,
I would have been. Yep.
Cars 2.
Never
Thor.
watched
Wait,
either
you
one.
weren't watching the last Twilight, Tim?
I probably was forced to.
So this is ranked 15th on this list.
Okay.
But like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Captain America, the First Avenger, The Help,
God.
Bridesmaids 2, Kung Fu Panda, and just beating it by $1 million, X-Men First Class.
Oh, man, we were still on First Class at this time. That's crazy.
But what's kind of wild to me is the top 7 are all sequels.
That's what I was thinking. Like, as you
Anybody
were
else
rattling
notice
them
that?
off, I was like, oh, we don't know how to be creative in the
And
year
then
2011.
if you bump it out to the 10, the only 2 that are not sequels are Thor and Captain America, the First Avenger, which...
They're, like, universe building. It's the same thing.
Yeah, like, it's not like a separate movie. So
Yes,
that is, by
was
the way,
there
guys,
a single original movie on that
The
list?
Help.
The Help. Okay.
That's 11. Bridesmaids. Yeah. Out of the top 15, only 2 of them are like movies that nothing else was made with. How fucking weird is that? But they say that sequels sell. That's why you write sequels are made so much.
I mean, look at Fast and the Furious. They're still
Fast
going.
and Furious,
Still
yeah.
going.
I mean, it's part of the reason why Top Gun had the
Coming
second
back.
movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's destroying the box office.
It really is, but apparently it's a very good movie, and
That's
I have
right.
Yeah,
not
I've
seen
heard
it
that
yet,
too.
But
That's what I've heard as well. Like, I'll withhold my judgment.
I mean, the trailer itself makes me like, really? They made this movie? Like,
I feel like we're like the only three that feel this way, too.
I know.
Well, it's like, I love Top Gun. I love the first one. But making a second one of this, Maverick wasn't like the ace pilot, right? His whole thing in it is like they even say in the trailer he was the only pilot in the past 20 years to shoot down 3 MiGs in a combat or something like that. And I'm like, okay, well that's a feat in and of itself, right? That's the claim to fame for the thing, and he became like the dominant pilot. Plus you got to think of like Val Kilmer is not an actor anymore, so it's like, would he have been in this version of the film had he, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it makes me a little standoffish, but I'm really glad to hear that it's a good movie. So I definitely, I would still see it.
Beach volleyball scene again.
Really?
I thought I heard rumors that they brought back the beach volleyball scene.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's very classic scene and it's been used as a meme in a lot of things. So I would not be surprised.
So Puss in Boots. Let's get to the ratings. Critics gave it an 87%. Audience gave it 86. Sorry. Audience gave it a 67%. IMDb with a 6.6 out of 10. And then Google with an 81%. Now, Tim, as the selector of the picture, motion picture, we will let you go first.
Great. I would not.
There we go. He was done. He said great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a flip off for me. I don't even want to.
Yeah, not shocked by that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a kids film, but even then, I'm like, go watch better kids films. There's Toy Story. There's, I don't know,
Shrek.
So much other Pixar stuff. Like even Shrek is better. Yeah, and I think it was my own expectations that kind of let me down with it when it came to like, I thought it was gonna be a cat in a human world, and it's kind of like a cat in a world of other animals that has.
It's still the fairy tale world.
It's still the fairy tale world, but I don't know. It's just something off about it to me. So
it was Humpty Dumpty's face.
Well, that was a big part of it, but Humpty Dumpty was creepy.
And a massive part of the film.
Yeah. But yeah,
how about you, Sam?
That's my turn off. That's my flip off for you.
Okay.
I'm in the same camp. I don't know. I didn't really have that high of expectations for it, I feel like. Like, I was like, oh, it's going to be in the Shrek world. But I still thought it was going to be better than it was. I don't know why. I guess because apparently it being like, I feel like a lot of, I don't know that I knew anybody that saw it, but, like, it was clearly popular at the time. And so, I don't know, just even thinking back of, like, if I'm going to go back 11 years to watch a movie, like, watch something like Despicable Me or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that was much better kids movie of the time versus this. And there were parts that were like funny, but
yeah, she actually laughed a lot. I want you all to know that.
Yeah, but it's not
there
like
were definitely parts where you like laughed.
Yeah, but it was like, it was just kind of weird. I feel like the whole way that they strung it together was odd. Like, I would have much rather enjoyed probably Puss in Boots like sword fighting in like the Shrek world, just of having like a bunch of nobodies. Or some side fairy tales. I don't know. I really feel like Humpty Dumpty fucks it up. I'm going to be honest. But Adam?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. But I like the Shrek world. I've been Team Shrek
You have.
Forever. Not forever after. I've never seen that one. I stopped after Shrek 3. It just... We were getting the babies in the movie, and I was just like, I don't need
There's just a lot going on.
There's just too much going on. They're making a 5th one, I think.
Oh, God.
Like, the final chapter.
Oh, because we didn't end it already.
No,
right,
correct. Yeah, now there's a sequel to a prequel, so you're getting into the weird spots here. But, like, I liked it. I laughed a lot. My only gripe is really Humpty Dumpty. He, like, if you removed Humpty Dumpty, I'd be like, there would be no questions for me. I'd be like, cool.
You're like, check mark.
Check. I like it. But yeah, no, it wasn't. I liked it more than you guys, but
so are you flipping it on?
Yeah, I'm flipping it on. Why not? I would stop. Like if I'm in a hotel.
Okay.
And I'm like cruising through the channels, I would probably stop.
Nice.
If I'm going to use that as my
barometer.
My barometer, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like this movie, I also feel like I can just like kind of hop in randomly, watch like a few scenes, then leave and be happy. It's a perfect hotel movie.
Yeah, if they're doing the dance off, 100% gonna watch it. Anything else in this film?
Yeah. Like, it's a weird thing to be like, it's a hotel movie. But I mean, they're like, I don't watch Friends outside of my home. I mean, I never watch Friends in my home. I only watch it when I'm in a hotel.
Yeah.
I know that's very bizarre to say, but I do. All right, Sam. I'm going to go to next week, though. So you can spin me.
This is like a pastel wheel. Did you change the colors this time on purpose? Or
Not on
just
purpose. It just kind of did it on its own.
It was more like bright last time. I don't know what this category is. Adapt or die?
Adapted screenplays.
Ooh.
Or I die.
Ooh.
I'm going to choose adapted screenplays. I'd rather live. But yeah.
I was like, what is this category? It's fresh.
Yeah,
I don't even know
it was a new one, yeah. So this is a brand new category, Adapt or Die. It's basically we're going to find an adapted screenplay and go from there.
Nice.
So yeah.
Cool.
Who's got the best meow?
I don't know.
Tim, give us a meow.
Clearly.
Tim, give us a meow.
Meow.
Bye.